So just like I began, right? I said data is the new good, right? Because I gave an instance of this young guy, right, that is building data models all across United States, and how he was made an offer to sell his company, and then he said no because he believed that he's going to make way more than the offer he was currently made, right? So data is the new good, in the sense that most businesses, I don't know if some of you have used platforms, like if you go to some of these sites where you are asked to click on you're not a robot, right? You're not a robot, then you click on that you're not a robot, and it's going to take maybe like a few seconds, it will turn, rotate, and after which it's going to allow you to actually get to the website. What that thing is, right, is a data, if it's a form of data collection. Once you click that you're not a robot, right, the server will take all your information, all the details, all your browsing details, all your browsing information. They're going to take it, and then they're going to pass it through funnels and funnels and funnels. As a matter of fact, there are people that are considered to be data brokers. Most people don't know it, right? But there are people that are considered to be data brokers, people that collect people's data and they sell it to some of these big companies. If you go on Facebook today, some of you that run social media ad, if you go on Facebook today, you go to some of the social media handles, and then you want to run social media ad, you realize that most of them have an extremely robust targeting system. They can target persons living in certain locations. They can target people living in Port Harcourt, living in Lagos, living in anywhere, right? And then they can target their age, target their preferences, their interests, the places they've been, all of these things. How did they get those information? It is through data collection, right? Just to some of these means, for one of which is the one I just gave example on, the you're not a robot thing, and so many other means. And most people don't know, right? But you can actually buy and sell data. Yeah, some of these big companies, right? There was this time that Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, was actually, he was penalized, right? He was persecuted because he was found to be selling data of everyone on social media, on Facebook platform, right? Because Meta has Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook alone, right, has over 3 billion users. Yeah, you can check this. This is a fact, right? Facebook has over 3 billion active users. That is a huge chunk of information. That is why Facebook with Instagram and WhatsApp, when you put all of these things together, when you put these three platforms together, they have enormous influence, right, in determining and shaping your buying decision, right? So they can get this information from you. They can, and then they not go ahead to sell it to some of these companies if they even that are even in Nigeria, like Picnic, Nestle, all of these big companies that buy this product and they use it to target specific demographic. Now, like this, right? Data analysts that are high demand, right? I don't want to dabble into the fact that you can become a data analyst, you can some of these incredible career prospects of which your instructor, the facilitator, is going to be saying, right? I don't want to start giving talking about some of those things, but rest be assured, right? Data is a new gold mine, and it's a huge industry. And some of you that are here, you're going to be learning things that you've not learned before, some of the things you've not heard before. And at the end of this conversation, I'm going to be giving an offer, right? For every of our webinars, at the end of the webinars, we give offers to all our participants. So for being here, there's something for you at the end of the conversation. So I want you to get your materials ready, get your writing materials ready, be ready to engage, right? It's going to be an interactive session. You can actually ask questions, answer question. And at the end of the conversations, I'm going to be giving out some extremely important details for some of you that want to actually get started with your data analytics journey. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the facilitator, Pamela. She is an incredible data analyst, right? She's going to be a facilitator today. She has done incredibly well in the data analytics field, helping big companies, to analyze data, as well as helping them to make informed data decisions. So, Pamela, if you're ready, we are ready for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My head is just swelling just now. Can we all hear me? please just unmute yourself and talk so I'll know I'm not talking to myself. Can we hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, how are we all doing? Okay, this is nice. How are we all doing? Okay, this is going to be a very interactive section. So if I ask question, please just like answer. How are we doing today?
Fine, fine. Thanks.
Yes. Fine. Okay, thank you. This is Pamela issue and I'm a data analyst. I'm going to go to this section and I want to ask a question before I proceed. I know some of us know what data is already. Like data, it's not like the one we use for subscription now. We know what data is already. We have heard about data analytics. Maybe you don't know actually what it is. So, or someone, you can just raise up your hand and answer. What do you think data analytics is, or data analysis is, or analyzing data? What does it mean? And why are you here? Like when you have the event to hold a data analytics webinar, what was in your mind? Before I share my experience, someone should at least tell me like what do you think about data analytics? Please, I'm waiting for answers. Can we see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, I'll just assume that we don't know what data analytics is. So, data analytics is just very simple. It's gotten, let's say, it's used simultaneously with data analysis, but it's not really the same thing here. So what we do naturally as humans, we analyze data most often, but we don't know. So most times when we use what have happened in the past to predict what will happen in the future, we are analyzing data unknown to us. For example, now I might just say, okay, I'm not feeling so well, I'm not okay, and you'll be like, what are the symptoms you're having? I'll be like, maybe my stomach is paining me whenever I eat any spicy food, or sometimes I have back pain. You'll be like, I've had about this pain or I've had these symptoms before. So you might be having ulcer. Okay. So and maybe you didn't like go for tests. Maybe you just like went and you got those drugs and boom, you start getting better. So what that person did was using the past data to already like tell you what is that predict what is happening to you and then make a decision from it. So that's just what the person did, and that's what we do in every aspect, both in school, both at work, and everywhere. So data analytics is when we make use of tools to do these things. Yeah, you just use tools. You gather data with these tools. You clean them, you organize them, you transform them into a usable form. Then you visualize them, draw insights from them, and now you will not be able to like make decisions from it. And insights you got from it, you make decisions from it. So that's in a nutshell of what data analytics is. So now today's webinar is data is the new gold. We know what gold is. Years back, gold, even up to date here, gold was what enhanced our economy. Yeah, but now data is the digital economy. It drives digital economy like mad. You can just after this session, you can go online and do your research yourself. You will see that data is increasing, data jobs is increasing, and the use is increasing day by day. Reason being that every single day, every single second in this century, data is being generated. Like in seconds, you'll be having like billions of data because companies are growing, industries are growing, like everything, both speed. Imagine how many people that tweet every second. Just check it. So this data that are really so meaningless if they are not being transformed into an insight to drive decision making, to make smart decisions. So data is the new gold of our time. So my slides are really just very short. Reason being that I don't want to be reading from slides. I just want to guide us through the session. So I've already explained why data is the new gold. Every industry, as far as you are generating data, which obviously you are generating data, you would need a data analyst to help you with all this data, because each day you might be generating millions of data, and then these data are being stored into a database. You might want to know why, but it's where you go into the course, you know how. Because we have data pipelines that take data from the source to the end use, or the database, data warehouse, depending on how large the data is here. So data is used everywhere in the world. Social medias, you see when you enter a YouTube, from what you used to search before, like me, at some point I like dance videos and once I just enter YouTube, that's what I'm going to see, because YouTube already got what I like watching, and they don't want me to have like I shouldn't even stress searching for it. They bring it at my doorstep to make my use in the app the use very. So career landscape in data analytics. Now there is no path, there is no sector in the world in this century that doesn't make use of data. Tell me, is it climate industries? Is it agriculture? Is it retail? Is it finance? Just name it. Every sector. So if you go online, you're looking for a data analytics job, and you're seeing product analyst, you're seeing data consultancy, you're seeing business analyst, BI analyst, you're seeing health analyst. They are just the same thing. It's just that now they're telling you the actual type of data you'll be using. So Skillworks is a platform that will help you know how to navigate through all of this. You might want to ask yourself, how will I be all of this at the same time? Nobody is expecting you to be all of this at the same time. We are just going to teach you how to make use of those tools to analyze the data, and then whatever data you come across, whatever company or industry organization you come across, you will be able to get yourself picked up there. Because if you find yourself in a health firm and you won't say no, you don't. All you just need to do is to ask questions, because we ask questions. We ask almost up to 5 why. Why is this? Why is that? That's the analysis there. You're trying to analyze it to actually get what is the problem, to solve a particular problem. So you find yourself in any environment, you'll be able to navigate through it. You ask questions, you make a research, and then boom, you know the terms that is being used. You try to know what's the problem that this company is facing, and you adapt there, and that's it. So it's not something so difficult or far-fetched. It's something you need, because even if you have a business, a personal business, of maybe use Excel to enter those data, and you analyze whatever thing you're getting from your business. So how do you start in this career? It's not difficult. All you just need to do is to open your mind to it. So first of all is learning the fundamentals. You don't just jump into making use of these tools. I wouldn't advise you to do that. Here we start by teaching you what is data, what are the types of data, what are the structures of data, all things matters. Yeah, all these things matter, because data analytics is for me, it's a course that navigates through other courses, other career. Like I've just niched down all the fields in data analytics. Now, if you want to be a scientist, starting from data analytics is a very good start. Yeah, you want to niche into, you want to go further to data engineer, you want to go further to AWS, you want to go further to cloud engineering and machine learning engineer. Like you need that, and data analytics is the best place to start with. So here will teach you the fundamentals you need to know before you even start making of those tools. Then we teach you how to make use of those tools, teach how to make use of Excel, SQL, Power BI, BI tools, and even tell you the difference. Then you will also teach you how to practice with this data. Yeah, you get sites like Cargo where you, because we're giving you assignments and projects that will help you, like say, solidify your skills. Because you just come in to learn and you're not practicing, you won't like go far with it. So we help you with tools like the skills, not like we're the one that manufacture the tools, no, the skills to go into this data analytics and how to do an actual project, a site for you to get data. There are sites like Harcourt, like just like I said, you can get real data from there and then you practice. That's also what gaining hands-on experience is. In Skillworks, after you are done, we also give you opportunity for internships where you now like practicalize virtually everything you learned. And as a data analyst, we also urge you to stay very curious. Like because I used to tell people before that AI didn't come to replace us, or rather AI can't replace us because in this our let me just teach you what the tools. Yeah, that we call that the hard skills. We also equip you with the soft skills. When you learn how to interpret those data, that is where AI can replace us. AI can't know what's going on in a particular industry. AI can access different people. They can't behave like humans, the emotional, the ethical part. AI cannot really, because we also have ethical part, the moral part of data analytics. You can't just use data to do whatever thing you want to do just like that. So that's it. So we urge you to keep learning as AI, as technology is evolving. You are supposed to evolve with it. Our future as data analysts is to work with AI and not for AI to replace us. No. So you keep learning because technology is moving very fast. So with this, I'll show us like some job offer in data analytics. It's not far-fetched, almost everywhere. It's almost everywhere. So this is like Glassdoor. It depends on because this job site you choose what location you want. So this I chose remote because it's very flexible. Yeah, working remote. Most people want to work remote, but it's very flexible. So are you seeing this like the pay is in dollars, $73K. You can do the mathematics later. The yeah, actual opportunity like opportunities. So it just depends on if you're ready to learn and if you're willing to learn and it's not something difficult. You see? So that's basically for this. So these are like this one is for Nigeria because of the location I added. That's location based. This one is not really flexible because if you're not in Lagos or in that particular state, but still we have I think more of remote and international jobs because data as far as companies are concerned, they're generating a very high number of data in seconds, in minutes. They would really want to drive insights from this data. And then that is where we are the good because we are always at the center of decision making. Like we are the decision making like itself. So we help them with whatever data they have generated in their company or organization to like drive insights and make decisions to for for the growth of the company. So business analyst, senior data, that's just all these things. Just forget about the name logistics analyst. Risk I saying it, they're just niching down strategy analyst. So there's a whole digital market analyst. So there's a whole lot. When it comes to LinkedIn, the same thing. The same thing. And this is just the location I choose. You can choose any location. You can choose any location. So, so I really urge us is a skill that you can't come in there and be like, oh, I made use of, yeah, I learned it and I don't know what I need to do. I've not heard about that. What I do hear about is other people coming to learn data analytics because they need it in their personal growth. Like that's what I've had. Not like you learn it and then you don't know what to do with it. It doesn't work that way. So I urge us to like take the offer, yeah, take the offer, yeah, something you would never ever regret. You would never regret it, I promise you. And you're going to have fun time learning because we are going to incorporate the skills, both the hard skills and the soft skills, into this learning. You will learn how to interpret by fire by force, like you present, you do projects. So that's what we need to prepare you for. So I don't know if I have questions. I should start sharing my screen now. Do anybody have any questions? Are we saying we understood everything I just said? Sir Benjamin, are you here?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know if they're typing the question at the Okay, how much is the cost of the Sir Benjamin will address that. Sure.
Okay. So if you have a question, right, if you want to say something, you can unmute yourself, right? You just raise your hand and unmute yourself and then ask your question, right? So we have a question from Solo. I'll address the question briefly, but then if you have a question, you can unmute your mic, raise your hand, unmute your mic, and then ask the question, okay?
Okay, this power I can go on.
Go ahead, ask the question.
For your question.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Possible to know better language. You just finish learning this technology without doing internship, you just get the first job. That's not possible. Or you must have to go to internship before landing your first job.
Okay. It is very possible for you to finish learning and get a job. But we are humans and we tend to be realistic, right? I mean, imagine you being a company owner and then you want someone to handle like your data. You know, I mean, I just said we are in the center of decision making to make smart decisions and drive smart like things like to move the company basically productivity. So I might just start with, say, have you worked before? Where your experience, job experience, or work experience, or show me the projects that you worked on before. So it's just very normal that they will ask you these questions because nobody will want to hand the company over to somebody that they feel the person is not is strong enough to do the work. So yes, it's possible, but they'll ask you for it most times. Unless, see, yeah, that's why we teach our students how to post online, because you're not supposed to be doing something and you're hiding. People don't know you're a data analyst. Guy, how would you get this job? When you don't post, when you don't do projects, when you don't like practice. So for someone that maybe just finished learning and then the person is always posting what the there's how the internet works. Somebody is out there watching you, people are out there watching you. Just check it. Some people, when you are selling something on your status, people don't even maybe buy like that. Just see yours as example. So somebody one day will be like, what's power? That should you posted like last week.
Yes,
that's where you know people actually watching you.
Okay, I've seen it, yeah.
So the first step is learn and then do your project, your assignments, and then you post
Okay,
it
yeah,
out
I've seen
there
it.
for people to see you. Customer is now learning data analytics. So, you just finished learning. I mean, when you are done, you get your certificate, you post it, you do your presentation, you post it. People will know what you're doing. That way you can land yourself a job, not even doing. So are you seeing the possibility? Yeah. So you can get a job without internship. But it's going to be very fast when you have work experience. Someone is asking you, have you done this thing before? You'll be like, yes, of course. So that is actually a lot of confidence that comes with experience. So I hope that answers your question. Any other question? I'm waiting. Ask your questions though. Applying for most remote jobs, they do ask for at least a year experience on the job. How do you go about after? The truth there is let me just say you last for 3 months. You're not expected to learn and stuff. Like I studied the agricultural engineering here, and I'm not even supposed to call myself an engineer yet. That's the reason. Yeah, because I have to modify whatever I've read with time. I'm not now saying you cannot get a job. No, what I'm saying is once you're done learning, you go back to them, or you don't go back to leave you. And your work experience does not really mean you are working in a particular company for that 1 year. For me, the way I see it is from the time of learning till date.
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, sir.
For me,
Okay,
the
sure.
time of learning till date.
Sure.
Do you get what I mean?
Sure.
So, how you go about it is after you're done, just like the same offer internship. By the time you finish learning, do your internship, do one or two things. I mean, 1 year you can call yourself 1 year experienced data analyst. Yeah, and you, all you need is confidence. All you need is confidence, and that's why we're giving you this training, because we are drilling you. We are bringing out that boldness in. I mean, data analyst, picture just as that's what you are or what you are. So that's just it. It's not like difficult. Just all you are need to do is do your learning properly, and if you do very well,
I want to start talking.
before you finish, the company might even retain you, or like source for other not like it now. Let me just say, like now what I mean, I don't want to say words. What I mean, I don't want to like use particular name. What I mean is when you are done learning, you solve the net. You always solve the net. Do you know why? Because advancement. That's you just stay one place. You keep advancing.
I don't like this thing.
Keep doing. Like let me say, if somebody do something and then you have this to say. If you are not supposed to be curious, you replicate it in post. Very soon, nobody will even have to like ask too much questions. I mean, your controller is already speaking for you, and your CV is already speaking for you. So I don't think that's the problem. And 1 year is not too long. So I'm sure you can wait. Do I have Okay. Gospel, are you still raising your hand? Sabi, you see the previous one.
Is the previous one?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Any other question? Okay, I think we're done with the question. Sir Benjamin.
All right. So once again, you're all welcome. Okay. Once again, you're all welcome. Right. So Vincent, God's Power, Emmanuel, Believe, Rotimi, Ben, and Future. You guys are all welcome. Now, just like I said, right in the beginning of this webinar, I said that at the end of the webinar, I'm going to be making an offer to everyone that stayed to the end, right? So you've stayed to the end. I'm about to disclose the webinar. So the question that Solomon Wise asked, that he said, how much is the cost of the course, right? So before I disclose that, and I disclose some of the offers I'm going to be giving to everyone here who is interested in getting started immediately, right? You must understand what Skillworks represent, right? So we are a leading tech academy right here in Port Harcourt, right? We have offices in Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Abuja. Over the years, we have been in existence for over 5 decades. For more than half a decade, right? More than half a decade. And during this period of time, we've trained hundreds of students. Some of our alumni have gone on to work with some of great brands, big brands like MTN, Piggyverse, Jumia, etc., right? And I will tell you also, right, when our student, right, anybody that enroll with us, at the conclusion of your course, will provide you with internship and job opportunity, so you can practice the things you've learned in the real business environment. One of the questions that Emmanuel asked is, he said, applying for most remote jobs, they ask for almost a year experience on the job. How do I go about after learning? Now, you don't need to do so much. This is where we come in as a company, right? As people that have been in this space for a long time, and we understand what it takes. You understand what employers are looking for, because just like the topic said, it says data is the new gold. It's actually the new gold, right? Most businesses now, before they make any decision, they will need a data analyst, right? They will need a data analyst. If you as a business, right? Okay, let me just give an example. Maybe a company like Hugo Boss, or a company like maybe some of these big brands, right? Maybe Adidas or Nike. They want to come to Nigeria, for instance. They want to come to Africa. They will contact a data broker, much more than a data consultant, right? Because one of the career prospects in data analytics is becoming a data consultant, where people consult you. Businesses, big brands consult you if they want to go into a new market, a new niche. They consult you to learn more about, details about that sector, so that when they're coming in there, like they're coming with a sniper focus. They're not coming to scatter their products all around, right? Because most businesses, right, your product can either be for young children, like Milo, for instance, or your product can be for teenagers, or your products or services can be for adults. Now, businesses understand that they will need a data analyst, they need a data broker, they need data consultants to help them solidify these things, to help them make research on these things, as well as using those data to make informed business decisions. So at every sector, at every industry, the role of a data analyst cannot be contested. This is why data analysts are in high demand, extremely high demand, right? So for Emmanuel asking if after learning, applying for a remote job, they're asking for almost 1 year experience and all that, you don't need to do that, right? Because we're going to help you get the job. We're going to help you get this internship and job opportunity, because we know, because you came from us, right? We have affiliation and partnership with some of the big companies in Port Harcourt, and as such, you don't have to be the one looking for the job yourself. We are going to help you do that. All you have to do is to go through the rudiment and the process that we have. At the conclusion of your training, we're going to hand you over to some of these companies equipped with our nano degree from Skillworks. So as concerning how much the cost is, right, I will not say it's very expensive. I will not say it's not expensive. I will just tell you that the amount we charge for this course is 250,000. Yes, 250,000. Now, this is my offer The meeting is ending in the next 5 minutes, right? So this is my offer. This is our offer, right? This is an offer from Skillworks, right? Because you came to the webinar, right? You've been from the inception till now. We are giving you an opportunity to actually get started, right? So all you have to do is to take advantage of this opportunity by sending us a message. Send us a DM after this call. Now this offer lasts till 11:59 p.m. today. 11:59 p.m. today. If you truly want to get started with data analytics, you believe that data analytics is the space you want to play in, you have seen the possibilities in this space. You've seen how that Alexander Wang was made an offer of $14 billion to say his data module business, and he said no. You've seen some of this. You've seen all the career prospects. Your instructor took you through Indeed, LinkedIn, Glasgow. You saw all the numerous opportunities that if only you have this skill, you will be in high demand. You'll be a sought after person, because this skill is a skill that is being sought all over the world. So send us a DM today. Just send us, say, scholarship. Send us a DM. Just write scholarship, and then we're going to send you a scholarship link where you can put in your details so you can take advantage of our data analytics course. Now the offer ends today by 11:59 p.m. So you do well to send us this message so you can actually join the next cohort. Next cohort is starting on the 22nd of September. That is when the next cohort is starting. Right, so there's an opportunity for you to actually get started. You go through the process, you see what is required, and if you qualify, we will then reach out to you, contact you as far as getting started. If you have any question, we're ending the meeting in about 3 minutes. If you have a question as concerning some of the things I said, just raise your hand or mute your mic and then ask a question, and then we're going to call it a day. Go ahead. You have a question, ask a question, and then right. So don't forget the keyword scholarship to our DM, official WhatsApp DM. The scholarship, just write only scholarship and then send to us, and then we will then get back to you. So in the absence of no further question, let's call it a day. Pamela, do you have any final word?
Nothing. Just learn data today. Learn data today. That's what I have to say.
So we are waiting for you in our DM, right? Just send the word scholarship to our DM. We're waiting for you, and then have a nice day. Thank you.